All right, let's do a better job than I did before. So we're gonna start out over here. This bar over here is the first bar I bought during the pandemic. It's a York 30 millimeter, 6 foot, 35 pound bar. I really use it just only as accessories, mostly for the pivot pad when I do hip thrusts. Yeah, so I'm looking for a beater bar. This isn't it because this is too small and I want to be able to load a little bit more weight on that. Underneath that is the first really nice barbell I bought. Jim Crafter, Tim, recommended it to me. It's the American Barbell Grizzly Bar. I really like it. It's really kind of gorgeously done. Over there, the knurling is grippy, but not digging in. So I happen to really like that. I'll show you the other bar that I got to replace it. I will be selling that at some point. And then here's the Transformer Bar V4 from formerly Kabuki, now Takeover Strength, and they don't make it anymore. Now it's Rogue. And I did get the new squat saddle that goes with that. It definitely fits much better. I happen to love this bar. I don't have the mobility, or I didn't really want to test the mobility for front squats. So I use this. It helped me on the hinge setting for good mornings. Really, really like it. Down here, these are two boxes I made for when I do belt squats and other things, and that is the rep belt squat. It's an okay piece. It is what it is. We're looking into replacing that. Then I have the Titan crash pads over here. I use these along with the platform that I made for deadlifts since I'm in the attic and I work out in the morning. Sometimes I don't want to really wake up the family. These are the TrueLapse 8592 with the Gen 2 handles. I happen to love the Gen 2 handles. They're nice, knurling, a little bit sharp, a little bit aggressive. Happen to really like that. Obviously, we replaced that. This is the PowerTech Pec Fly. Haven't used it yet. It's going to go in the rotation shortly. And coming over here, these are the Reppin dumbbells with the adder weight. It's on the TrueLap stand. I just bought the new stand from Rep Fitness, so hopefully that'll come in later. It's going to end up going down over there. This is the wall control that I got thanks to Adrian Gluck at Gluck's Gym. Great idea. So we have here, this is the bar meant for the lever gym. It's great. This is a Rep Fitness cable curl bar, and this is a Rep Fitness straight lat bar, because I totally forgot that the Aries came with another one that's up over there. They're okay. They do what they do, and then we'll see if we want to keep them or not. This is imitation mag grips, but the thing with this more than the others, all the others you see online tend to have neutral grips. This actually has the pronated, the supinated, the neutral. I love them. I wouldn't necessarily buy the whole set again if I had to. I'd just leave it to what it is. These are the Kensui Swissies. I have the neutral, the pronated, and the supinated grips. Haven't used them yet, but I do plan on using them for when I do stuff like seal rows. I forgot what these are called. These are meant to add chains to the barbell, but I actually use it to jury rig my lever gym into a tricep dips, and then I have just a bunch of carabiners over there. This is my extra set of VersaGrips Max, or VersaGrips Extreme, fun story. These were my original VersaGrips, and the Velcro was coming off, so I got in touch with them, and I ended up paying them to replace it, and as a thank you, they just gave me another brand new pair, which is great. These are the plate mates. These are 1.5 pounds each. They're magnetic. I use them to go on my Reppins, so I can get like 17.5 pounds, 27.5 pounds, etc. Really good for what they are. Up here, I keep my shoes. Those are my Metcon 6s. That might have to be replaced shortly. And then my other shoes I don't only keep up there, but I set up the gym every time before I leave for the day. I set up for the next day. Here are the Captain of Crushes. I don't even get up to the number 1 here. It's from the easiest, from the trainer all the way to the guide and whatever. I really do want to be doing more grip training, but not working out the way I wanted to, just time-wise. Here are some fat grips that I got when I first started. Thought I would use them, never do. Here are some of my original collars. I like these. They're lockjaw, but they're the cheapest ones. They're pretty good. And here are some original collars that, again, came with the York stuff. I happen to like this, but I really wanted something magnetic, which is why I switched over to the Titans that I'll show you later. Not loving the Titans. Then these came with the lever gym. They're needed when you put stuff on the back because the back isn't angled up, but the rest of it is. Here is the new belt that I just got from Belt Fed Strength, color-coded, color-matching red, yellow stitching, the logo, and blue on the back. Really love it. I had to get rid of some points from Rep Fitness before they got rid of their loyalty. So I just got a bunch of bands. Here are a bunch of not weightlifting chains, but chains that I kind of use to just connect things. Then here are my Fringe Sport bumpers. I have 410s, 225s, 445s, and for the plate mates, I got, for plate snacks, I ended up getting this hologram here, that wood over there, the American flag, the donut over there, and then this one also has coffee as well as my custom logo that I put on there. Then over here I have two 10-pound giant weight plates. I colored these myself, or I say my daughter colored them. Here are 1.25 pound micro gains with the coating on it. I use this more with the True Laps. I haven't used it since I moved on to the Repins, and here are 1.25 pound plates from Fringe that I got years ago. And this is on the micro gains kind of holder over there that they've made. These are all spray painted. I kind of regret that, but it is what it is. What else we have over here? These are the sandwich J cups that came from Rep with the rack. Again, I custom spray painted those. I removed the UMHW and then spray painted it. This is the holder for the bulletproof isolator. It's a single holder. It's actually supposed to go here and you put on a piece. I actually used it earlier today for my leg hold down when I was doing lat pull downs. And then here is the Adroit landmine. Really loving this stuff. Let's go now on this wall. Here's the ultimate row attachment from Ironmaster. Loving it. Here are some additional mag grip lookalikes. Here's a 7.5, a 5, and a 2.5 to get the stuff that's below the Repins. Here are the Rogue D handles, and I actually switched out based on a conversation I had with Adrian Gluck from Gluck's Gym. These are the MG4CN narrow grip 32mm handles, stainless steel. Really love that I did that. Here are some from Hypertrophy Coach wrist cuffs. And then here are imitation angle 90s. Really liking this. I haven't used this yet. This is the American Barbell V handle. Really liking it. These are just safeties that go for the Power Tech. Here is a tricep strap that I got from Bulletproof Fitness. Forgive me if there was a weird cut over there. My kid interrupted me. Here's anyways the Bulletproof Fitness tricep straps. I happen to like them. I don't know any better. Here's just a routine rope. And this is for the Rep Aries. Now we go inside over here. Here's the hip thrust pad from AbMat. Definitely something you need. Here's just a regular AbMat from AbMat with the additional lumbar support over there. Do I need it? I don't know. I figured might as well get it. Here is also from AbMat, their barbell pad. I haven't used it yet. I'm using really the hip thrust pad instead. And I don't want to put that on my head when on my back when I do squats. Here's the landmine grip. Woo. So this way. Thought I would use that when I started doing landmine stuff. I just ended up using the Versa grips. And here's their bench wedge. I end up using that when I do seated dumbbell overhead presses and other things. So I had the Iron Masters before. I got rid of them. I ended up getting the 12.5 handle and the 22.5 pound handle in addition to the regular weights and the adder weights. This is something I saw that the buff dudes use when they were doing lunges outside. Very much worth it to protect your knees. These were the original handles from the Rogue D handles. Here's just some chalk that I use. Here's the perfect push-up. I don't even know what you call it, but I use it when I have push-ups. It's good. This way my hands aren't necessarily stuck. This is the Noco arm blaster. It can also be attached to your bench to do spider curls. It's on the rotation for the next time around. Here's also from Perfect Push-Up, their assisted ab wheel. The good thing about this is that there's a spring inside, so when you go all the way out to the end and then you want to come back, it actually assists you on the way back. This is definitely good for a starter, also because it's so thick. I'm hoping that once I'm able to get up to 25 pounds plus my body weight to move to a real ab wheel. This is the Rep Fitness leg roller attachment. It's okay. It goes as a black wing. I hear it doesn't fit so well with the Nighthawk. And here's the Exponent Edge Infinity Arm. I love this. It's a little bit wonky when you first get started. It's fit better over time. I might actually be replacing the brackets just to get it better. Here's the Infinity pad, the bigger pad. Haven't really used it. Here's the, again, from Exponent Edge, their Flexo Edge, so it can go straight or multitude of angles. This comes in handy a lot of times. Here are just some squat wedges. That's a piece of the bulletproof isolator I never use. And here's a foam roller I no longer use. Okay. Woo. There's the old transformer bar. And over here is that platform that I built for deadlifting. All right. Here we have the Massonomics Drink Spotter Light. Love this thing. Up here we have from JD Gym Equip their wrist roller. Again, haven't used it yet. It's on the rotation, I think, for 2 things from now. Here are the BFJ's roller J-cups. Again, I took this out and I took this apart and I custom spray painted it myself. I happen to really like it. Then, of course, I have the Safety Straps 2.0. Again, I spray painted that myself. And then that's the Stealth Spiders from Surplus Strength. Here are mag pins from Fringe. Like them. They do a good job, at least for me. And then I got custom made, over there, dome stickers to put on top of it. Here are the same things for the Surplus Strength with those stickers. I'm going to be honest, I don't like that this Surplus Strength feels so light. But it is what it is, and they don't actually make that anymore. Okay, here are the Reebok shoes that I use for that. Here's the bulletproof hex port attachment. Here's the Blackwing bench that I have. I just bought the Nightwing today. I'm going to eventually sell this. The Nightwing is going to be a blue base with the rails are going to be, the rails are going to be red, and then the knobs are probably going to end up being yellow. Over here is the Rogue MG4 CN multi-group camber bar. Really liking it. Really like the knurl on this thing, stainless steel. I got the short ones because I don't lift that much. The price was a little bit too much for the other ones. Here's a piece that I got from Plate Snacks. And then here's the Aries. I kind of custom painted that. Again, that poster over there from Plate Snacks, and the pictures are from, it's actually Bing made those. Up there I have the gym pin. They discontinued pretty much all the gym pin stuff to kind of more stabilize their line. Here I have Mutant Metals. Here's one of the custom arms, and then there's another one. I think it's at 12 inches with medium knurling. Here's Barbell Rescue, which was really good. Here's the Titan twist locks. I'm okay with this. The thing I don't like about this is that, one, I like that they're magnetic, but I think this one, or this one, maybe it's this one. I can't show it now. It doesn't always stick as nicely magnetically. And also when you go to twist it on your barbell, your whole bar twists. Here's the Aries stuff again. This I painted myself. This I took apart and I painted it myself. I obviously painted that myself. Here's the bulletproof isolator just sitting there on the bottom. I tend to store it over here. I used to store it all the time in the back, but for the exercises I'm doing now, this makes more sense. I attach it right now to the low row on the Aries using some chains that I showed you before, and I'm hoping to replace most of this with something like a Vultra 1 or the Mayako when it comes out. And over there is where I kind of store all the stuff for the bulletproof isolator. I bought that storage unit from them. And then over here, we have the PowerTech Lever Gym. I love this thing. It basically mimics almost every single upper body exercise, like any hammer strength machine. And I can set up for leverage squats. On top of that is the chest up pad because I'm prepping to do low rows. I don't like my face planting right into the bench when I go there, so that's what I have that for. It can do lat pull downs, and then it can also do low rows. I happen to not do that because I have the Aries. Love this thing. The bench itself is a work in progress. Here's a Roku TV that I have so I can watch podcasts or sometimes view my form in real time. In here I have, again, the Exponent Edge landmine jack, which I really like. The AbMet Cleva landmine jack, sorry, not landmine, deadlift jack, which is really good. I have some of the extra bolts over there, some of the stuff for the E-node. Oh, the E-node was plugged in before for my velocity tracker. I don't really use it. I'm going to try to use it. And here's just some paint and leftover stuff for that. Oh, let's turn the light on. And then here I have the Spudding pillow belt squat belt, which is really good. This is one of my first purchases I got on Amazon. It's a dip belt. See, a dip belt from Riptone. I don't know what that means, but it's fine. And then a random seat belt that I bought on Amazon. And back there are the old handles for the Kabuki transformer bar. I took them off because it was making the handles were too long for me. Whoops, let's turn that light off. All right, this is just something I got from Dr. Mike in terms of rest times. What I have also over here are what my settings are. Here's the Aries, here's my power rack, this way I know what to go. Here's my stuff from the garage gym competition, and here's some stickers for some of the stuff that I bought. Shout out to Gray Matter Lifting, Joe Gray, both for garage gym competition and for a lot of help that he gave me. Again, that's just, that wasn't the flag that I made. I just put a bunch of pieces of paper together. Obviously, Superman is the theme, if you couldn't tell by now, and Adrian at Gluxion was, again, nice enough to give me his logo so I can redo it. That's a DIY seal bench pad. I put it over the 2 spotter arms when I want to do seal row pad. Over there are 2 lat pull down bars, one that came with the Aries, one that came with a lever gym. I don't really use them. This is the American Barbell Elite Power Bar. It's also a discontinued bar. It's stainless steel with chrome. This is essentially the same thing as the Grizzly without the coating. This is amazing. Again, grippy without being cheese gratery. Really, really liking it. Here's the Rogue Serica, I don't know, clue how to say that. Easy curl bar. Really liking that. Here's the Rep Fitness open trap bar. Those are the medium handles. Again, here's a bunch of the stuff from Bulletproof. Here are my weight plates. I really like rubber grip weight plates. These are all from Giant. Again, Adrian Gluck put me onto these. These are a really good buy, and I kind of painted them all myself. Oh, I forgot to show. So this, again, from Plate Snacks, custom plate decal. So I have that Superman on one side, and here's the one on the other side. And obviously those are the adder weights that go there. I also have up here some magnetic pins that I sometimes hang things on. And over there is the Drink Spotter XL, because I didn't know which one to get. Although during the summer months, I usually drink iced coffee all day. So that's probably something that I put there. This is now, let me turn the lights on again, Bolt Fitness leg press hack squat, the Outlaw one. I really like it. It took me a little while to get the depth that I wanted to get. I bought a couple of extra pairs of 45 pounders so I don't have to keep moving it back and forth. I use chalk to see where my feet are, and my daughter put that there because she wanted to be nice. And then that's the Kensui Easy Vest. I think it's the Pro, not the Max. It's their middle one. I think I probably should have upgraded to the Max, but for $100 something more, not sure it's worth it. And then over here is the Nordic Hyper Pro from Freak Athlete. I got it before they had this upgrade kit. Then I upgraded it to get the better GHD. Really liking that. And here is the Gym Pin Hyper Loader for when I do hyper extensions. One of their newer pieces. It weighs about 10 pounds. He was talking about how you get a better range of motion. For me, it's just easier to grab than the dumbbell. Okay, and that's really it. We'll just do one more quick wordless kind of walk around. So if there's any questions that you have about any of these things, please feel free to reach out in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer on what I'm doing now, what my next plans are for the gym. Really happy, not really happy that COVID happened, but really happy that I was able to convince my wife to let me start this during COVID. And I'm kind of really happy where it's gone. And this, just to close the loop, is the E-node Pro Velocity Tracker. I happen to really like it. I just don't use it well. I also have the Calibrex 1, the Calibrex 2. Honestly, that sucked ass. All right, have a wonderful day.